Hey, everybody. It is Thursday, May 26th. It is 11:30 a.m., which means it's time once again for our Midday Mindful Moment. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here at Unity of Tucson, and this is the opportunity we take every single weekday to engage in some spiritual practice. Why? Well, when we engage our spiritual practice on a consistent and regular basis, I believe that our lives get better. And that's what I have found to be true in my life. Consistency in my practice has made my life better. So perhaps that will work for you as well. You get to decide. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment. Let me know that you are here. Let's see. Sue is here. Robin is here. Sherry is here. Grateful to see you all. Hi to love to all and good morning. Always grateful to have you join. And I am live as again today. Thank you all for, yesterday letting me do a pre-record. The visit that I made was a good visit, so I'm grateful to be able to offer that as well. I will offer this to you, which is what I love to say as a reminder to each and every one of us. And I say it to you, I also say it to myself. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent. Yes. So keep shining your light, sharing your magnificence with the world. It was entrusted to you. Your magnificence was entrusted to you to be shared. So I'm grateful that you're sharing it. Marianne, good morning. Becky, hello. And Anita, grateful to see you here. Blessed morning to you as well. So yesterday I addressed the events that have that unfolded in this country on Tuesday in Texas. And to be totally honest, there's still that part of me that is, I don't know if reeling is the right word. I think it was reeling yesterday, but that is still feeling what I feel around it. And there are a couple things that I wanted to mention today. Number one, don't suppress the feeling. If you're feeling something, let yourself feel the feeling. One of the worst things we can do is suppress the feeling, because that's where we create discord in our physical body. That's ultimately what leads to disease. So what do? We actively engage our spiritual practice to facilitate a reconciliation with the feelings that we're feeling and moving through them so that we can come out on the other side as more loving, more light-filled expressions of our being. The other thing that happened, hi, Sue. Sorry, I see that Sue is here as well. The other thing that happened is, of course, I got a lot of comments on my videos yesterday and the various places that they show up. And there were a couple of questions that came up that I wanted to address. And the first one was somebody wrote in, where is God in all this? And they wrote out a list of the things that we could look to in the past that perhaps did not seem in alignment with God. And I do have an answer for this. And oftentimes the answer that I have for this is a challenging answer for people. Because if we ask the question, where is God in this? What we're really asking is, where am I in this? Where am I in this? If we are, as we teach, one unified wholeness, and that unified wholeness, that power of that energy of creation is God, if that's what we're calling God, then there is no God out there. So if we're asking, where is God in this? We should be turning it to ourselves and saying, where am I in this? Here's the thing about that. That puts us in a place of infinite divine power to know what is ours to do as we move forward. And the doingness, I believe, should be motivated by the beingness. So the more we accept that we are that power, we are that presence, the more we will act in accordance with that. Now, the actions of people who are utilizing this power of creation in destructive ways, it's still God essence, it's still God power. But we get to, we're all at choice in the way that we use it. So that's all, it's one of those, I will admit, it's one of those hard things to wrap our heads around, right? Where is God in this? Frankly, God is in all of it. God is in all of it. So turning that question to say, where am I in this, steps us into the place of what is mine to do here in relationship to the experiences that I'm having. And that's all we're ever doing. Relationship to every experience in our lives. What is mine to do here? And so I will turn that question to you and say, in this, what is yours to do? What is yours to do? So that question, where is God in this, led me to opening up and seeing that there was another question there that I think is something that is important to address, because unity and the New Thought movement does not tend to be as actively engaged in spiritual activism as other faith traditions. And there's nothing, I'm not judging that. There's nothing right or wrong about that. It is what it is at the moment. But the question that came up is what does unity teach about activism? And it was specifically relating activism in the, it was specifically relating activism in relationship and in response to violence in the world. Well, I don't know that unity itself has a definite teaching about activism. It's not something that I've ever seen. It's not, but if we are active in our lives, then we are activists in this thing called life. And here's the thing, we are spiritual rebels. When we look at the relationship of the way most people approach the concept and construct of spirituality, we're rebels, because we don't put God out there as though God is going to fix anything. We put God right here so that we, as God, can fix what needs to be fixed. I talked also about that balancing, that tipping of the scales, right? And I believe that the more people understand and open up to their identity, the more we tip the scales into the elimination of all discord. I believe that is truly possible. It is one of the foundational approaches that I have to this thing called spiritual practice. I believe in the end of discord in the human experience. Are we there yet? No, but we're working every day on it. The way that we work on it is to align ourselves in mind and in heart with the understanding of the truth of our being. That's what I believe. So what is action? What is activism? I've actually just given away. What is activism? Activism is action. Activism is action. How are we choosing to be active in this world so that as we change our mind, we are changing the experience? We go through this kind of cycle, and it's I said yesterday, even I hate thinking of it as a cycle, because there becomes a subconscious, there comes a subconscious acceptance that this will happen again, right? When we accept it as a cycle. So first of all, let us choose, each and every one of us, to break that cycle right here and right now. But part of what happens is, when this has happened in the past, is everybody talks about thoughts and prayers, and then people get really upset. Thoughts and prayers aren't doing anything. Action, active, right? We have to do that. Well, let's root ourselves in the fundamentals of what unity teaches as well. And that is, the beginning of any active change is through spiritual practice. The practices we teach in this movement are prayer and meditation. Now, prayer devoid of action is empty. For me, prayer must always result in activity, in shift, because as we change our minds, the natural progression of this thing called life is change. There's nothing more fundamental than change. It's happening all the time. And so if you are in that place of thoughts and prayers, let your prayers motivate you into action. That's how we can step into activism. And you get to decide what that activism looks like to you. I know what it looks like to me. And it's a personal journey that I'm on. And I am grateful to be rooted in spiritual principle, to step into mindful and soulfulness in all of this. That's the path. So what do you say we root some of this into some affirmative prayer, join together in active spiritual practice, which I believe will motivate us into activity in the world, because as we change our mind, which is the purpose of prayer, we change the experience. Let's relax right here, right now. If it's safe and comfortable for you, if you feel like closing your eyes, I invite you to do that. I love to close my eyes and turn the attention to the inner life. The inner life, that space of awareness that is untouched by anything in the world of form, that is pure love. The essence of pure love is right here. It is right here, where each and every one of us is. The essence of pure love resides. For there is nothing other than pure love. There is nothing other than God. There is nothing other than this magnificent, creative energy. And so, right here in this moment, I affirm an understanding, both intellectually and deepening into the heart space to embody. I affirm an understanding that there is only God. That's where God is in all of this. There is only God. There is nothing outside the self to blame. There is nothing outside the self to name. And so when asking the question, where is God in all of this, I deepen into the realization and an acceptance that the true question I am asking is, where am I in all of this? For I am that I am, as we all are. God is all there is. God is all there is. And I know that in this identification, in this deepening awareness, in this magnificent opening to the understanding of our unity, our wholeness, that this frame of mind, this acceptance in heart, allows an unfoldment. And this unfoldment eliminates all discord. For in God there is no competition. There is only pure love. And so I know that right here, right now, rooted in pure love, expressing as pure love, as each and every one of us is, whether we have an awareness of it or not, expressing and rooted in pure love, I know that all that is required for the magnificent outflow of this thing called life, for the highest benefit of every single person, is assured. And it begins right where we are. Right where I am is the essence of pure love, the essence of peace, the essence of harmony, the essence of cooperation, the essence of forward movement. And so I know that all is well. Fundamentally, all is well. And I trust that in knowing spiritually that all is well, that my words spoken from the spiritual perspective flows forth into the expression and experience of this thing called life. And so all is well in life as life. With gratitude overflowing from within, I simply let it be. I relax, trust, and know this to be so. I affirm it as so, wholeheartedly and resolutely by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so it is. Well, thank you for joining me. A little extra time we spent today together. Always grateful for this opportunity. I will suggest, if you still have questions or thoughts or anything you want me to speak on, you can always reach out to me, revjonathan@unitytucson.com. You can always leave comments here as well. As I said, I do go and read the comments even after the fact. I know that people watch after the fact, and I do go look at those comments as best I can. So yeah, check that out. I will be back tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. for the Midday Mindful Moment. Tomorrow, being Friday, it will be a random reading day. I don't know what book I want to use, but I'll figure something out. But it'll be a random reading day, and I will speak to what comes up from a random reading. I love to do that sometimes, challenge myself. It's what we called in ministerial class stand and deliver. You get a quote and you have to speak on it. So that's tomorrow. And Monday, I'll be back with another mindful moment memory on Monday. And if you'd like to join on Sunday, please join us Sunday. 9 a.m. is our guided meditation. And you know what? This Sunday is the last time that it will be at 9 a.m. Beginning June 5th, we will be moving into having in-person and virtual meditation, but that will be at 9:30. It'll be a shorter meditation, about 10 minutes, starting at 9:30, going to 9:40. But you can join us in the sanctuary for that if you are so inclined to be with us in person. Would love to see you there. 10 o'clock every Sunday, of course, is our Sunday celebration. Would love to see you there as well, in person, online, however you choose to connect. Do consider to like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. Grateful to see all of those expressions of gratitude coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace and blessings to you. Share this prayer too. Share the video, because I think as we expand this message out, what we are doing is actively engaging. We are actively engaging in helping people understand the truth of their being. And when we all tip the scales for where the majority of us understand the truth of our being, we will eliminate discord in this world. That is my belief. That is my belief. So the thing I will leave you with again today is, if you're asking the question, where is God in this? Ask yourself the question, where am I in this? And see what comes up. Live in the question today. I love you all. Peace and blessings to you. I will see you again tomorrow. Be well.